Thailand, but in Singapore, it's pouring. I want to ride that. So cute, right? So sly. Okay, today we got 5 things to do. Need to go for lymphatic drainage. That's the first one. I can feel kind of swollen and a little flary. Like my chin and all. Right here, I can feel bumps. Kind of weird. Don't really know what's going on. I chose a non-allergen diet. Not because I didn't want shellfish this time, but I got gluten-free pancakes and it was not nice. I don't know if they were leaving out sugar, but this is nasty. There was one sauce with frozen raspberry and the other one was corn. Like some weird... I saw corn bits, but the taste is not corn at all. I was jealous of everyone else who got the actual food. The special diets, especially non-gluten for SQ, I don't think is edible. I will not pick it again. I only chose that this time because I didn't want to risk eating shellfish because I'm only back for a day and I don't want to cause myself to blow up. Another tip when you're flying with CSW is to wear a hoodie. You see on the plane, if you want to lie down or you want to lean your face on anywhere, just put the hood up and sleep. It's safer, it's cleaner, and it's better for you. I'm waiting for my bag. Also try to minimize the things that you touch. I still wear gloves, not because my hands are open or anything. It's more because I don't want any utensils to land on it. And it's just in case, you know, anything. I don't want to risk it. It's my first time coming back. I really don't want to do anything to myself. It always surprises me every time the SQ flight is so full. But the next time I won't be taking SQ anymore because I'll fly in straight into the airport that's closer to my apartment. It's gonna be much better. Grab will be cheaper. I would say biggest tip when you take an airplane, be it budget or international, is just to cover up. Covering up also keeps the moisture in your skin. Doing NMT is really quite dry, so if you're still in the dry phase and you want to travel, just cover up. It's a little bit uncomfortable at the start, but usually when you're in the air, it's very cold and very dry. I always have crusty lips on camera. Reason being, I used to actually use a lot of lip balm and I have really dry and easily cracked lips. But ever since NMT, I haven't used any lip balm whatsoever, and my trick is not to lick your lips. Okay, this seems to be working out fine for me. You look really disgusting with crusty ass lips, but come on. Better than having to constantly apply something. I always feel like licking it constantly makes it crack more. Currently at Shake. We're gonna go have drinks. Well, she's gonna have drinks at Pura, where one of my friends works. For work. Say hi! Hi to the vlog! So we're getting them some, like a dinner treat. It's just nice to get something for people that you know. It's something that we learned from the US and we find that it's a good practice, so we're continuing it. We had our first dinner together in a while at Dill. It was nice. I like Scandi food. It's interesting and try something new. I quite like that they were pushing brown cheese. If you've never had it, it's basically the byproduct of goat's cheese, which is whey. They caramelize it and kind of make it into a new product, so they call it brown cheese. It's quite an interesting taste. It's a very unique taste. I went there honestly mainly for the brown cheese. We ate a full menu. We tried one set and then we had one main and one side just so that we were full. It was okay. Some dishes were a little bit too salty, but for the most part they were all quite balanced. If you're interested in Scandinavian food, you should check it out. It has nice interior, nice chefs, nice team. Let's do a Q&A. I'm going back to Bangkok today. I'm a little bit stressed because a lot of the campers are having a bit of problems going back, mostly because of immigration. I think as a Singaporean, I'm very lucky and hopefully I'll be safe going back because I did not and have not done a visa extension. I don't intend to do a visa extension. I would really much rather count my blessings and stick to the rules than to extend my visa. I'll keep you guys updated on that. I've been pretty stressed lately about this, which is causing a flare. When I reach the customs, I'll be sure to take out my gloves because I'm quite sure there's also the other red flag, right? To look like you're in bad condition. The first time round, I was stopped because I looked weird and I looked like I was in bad condition. So hopefully this time round will be smoother, and I'm going through the DMK airport. So first question is, how did I get here? First was to contact Jay through email, sending him your history of steroid use. You have to include the name of the steroid and the rough grammage that you've used. For me, I gave a rounded up number, but the numbers were based on my current memory and whatever I can remember. So as a child, I have no memory of how much I ever used. I remember using them. I can't even remember how the tube looks like, but I have no recollection of the name. So for a lot of the steroids that I give a rounded up number. Once you give him your steroid use, background of steroid use, and when you stop steroids, he will then reply you. Once he replies, he will basically tell you if he has space or not in the clinic. I was lucky enough to have a slot and book my ticket about a month out. Number 2, how to find an apartment. There's a few ways about this. First, my recommendation would be to check in the group chat if anyone is leaving their apartment, because taking one from a previous capper would decrease your chances of it having irritants, because if a capper can live there while going through the treatment, you should be quite safe. I was lucky enough for me to get my apartment from a previous capper, and he also got it from a previous capper. It would be much better if you could get it from a previous capper. The other way would be to check Facebook and this website called DD Property. Because of the latest news of Thailand kicking out a lot of the foreigners who have short-term leases, especially on Airbnb, which is illegal, I do recommend you to either get a friend or try and build a system where you can get an apartment and then pass it on to another capper so that the lease is longer. That would be quite hard to work out logistically, but it would be the best for both you and the future capper. But then again, everything is to be played by ear because of a lot of the constant updates on restrictions. Number 3, what did I prepare before coming here? I brought a whole box of gauze that I had from Singapore. I brought all my gloves from Singapore as well because I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to find it, which I haven't been able to find. I prepared letters as well as photos in case I was stopped at the custom, but I do recommend you to ask the clinic to write a letter explaining why you are here in Thailand. It would be best if it was in Thai so that there will be no discrepancies and the customs will be more encouraged to let you in. And I brought a lot of extra clothing as well. All the clothing that I needed I brought, which is 3 sets of pajamas, 5 sets of long sleeve shirts, and 3 sets of pen. That's about it. Whatever else you need, you can buy when you're here. It's really quite rare that you're gonna go out anyway. The CAP meetings are like once a month. What is my treatment plan? My personal use of steroids is 524 grams or 521 grams. I can't really remember, but in total, the calculation is 1 kg of steroids to 27 years of natural healing. But because CAP cuts it down, for me, they estimated 8 months of weekly treatment would be the best, and then we will slowly taper it down all the way to once a month. But because of financial restrictions, I will be tapering down much quicker than I should. The difference is that when you do it quicker, the skin thickness that you grow will be obviously a lot less, so that will leave you more susceptible to a flare. I made it. The immigration officer asked me 2 things. One was my purpose of coming here and to see my return ticket. Okay, much better with the lights on. My visa run was 1 full day. So I went back on Thursday morning, came back on Friday afternoon, hold that thought and order some food because I have treatment tomorrow, meaning that I can't go out for the next 2 days. Okay, more comfortable now. Continuing with the Q&A. Number 4. What location to choose? Personally, I chose to stay much closer to the clinic, so I picked Nonthaburi Prakrat. So I'm staying about 10 minutes away from the clinic by Grab. But I chose to stay nearby for 2 reasons. One, because I'll be going so often, the Grab back and forth wouldn't be too expensive. And number 2 is that I just want to focus on healing. Being closer to the clinic would just help with that. Other locations you can look at would be Chatuchak or Bond Street. Bond Street is right where the clinic is. That would be the best location if you're gonna stay by yourself and want to be as close by to the clinic as possible. Another area you could look at would be right opposite the mall of Central Watana. There's also an MRT or BTS nearby. It's quite convenient, but these are the areas that you can check out. Chatuchak is closer to Central Bangkok and slightly further away from the clinic, but it's almost the midpoint of Central Bangkok and Nonthaburi basically. Sort of center, not really center. It's just slightly cheaper to be out of Central Bangkok. My best advice if you're coming or you want to come to Bangkok is to keep 2 things in mind. Number 1, CAP is not a cure. CAP is just a tool that's going to help you recover or heal your skin quicker. And number 2, everyone's treatment plan is different. It's all based on your use of steroids. Don't be discouraged if you see other people healing quicker than you or seeing that others are having a different type of experience from you, because everyone heals differently. For me, I use Protopic a lot, so areas of which I use Protopic is still flaring now and then. I still notice it flaring, especially my trip back. I was quite stressed out about the whole visa thing and everybody actually having a lot of troubles coming in. I'm really fortunate that I didn't have too much trouble, but we'll see in the future. I have to go back to Singapore quite a few times due to the school not approving my appeal to study online. So we'll see. Hopefully things still go smoothly and I still will be able to come back to complete at least 6 months of treatment. Seeing my skin flare at the moment is slightly discouraging because it just shows how thin the skin is and how much more treatment I actually would need. But at the same time, I'm trying to stay as positive as possible. Right now, the problematic area is my chin. Over here is kind of bumpy. I'm not sure if you can see. And my chest is also slightly red right now. I'm thinking that it's the combination of stress and the environment in Singapore, because I was already flaring slightly right before I left, and then just Singapore and the air added on to it. Biggest thing to consider if you want to come is, are you ready to change your lifestyle? And do you accept that irritants are the cause of your skin flaring? If those 2 questions you answered yes, then I really think you can consider coming to Bangkok, because I do feel like I got my life back after a year. I can finally enjoy myself without worrying that I look like a little mummy. Can blink my eyes with no problem. My lids are a little flary, but it's nothing as bad as what it was. It's not cracked, it's not oozing. Around my lips is a little bit flat too, but it's really nothing compared to what it was. So if you're able to accept the biggest thing of actually incorporating CAP into your life to keep your healing rate up, then I think you could consider CAP therapy. I hope I answered most of your questions. I'm really grateful to be here. I can't emphasize it enough. these 2 months of healing has been pretty eye-opening, and I'm really grateful to be where I am right now. That's all for the questions that I've seen people ask. If you have more questions about CAP, please feel free to leave them below. I usually see the questions on TikTok, so I just wanted to address all of them in one video. If you're keen on getting treatment with Jay, I suggest you check out Control Skin's video. He leaves in one of his videos how to contact Jay, the format of which you should send him your information. I'll leave that in the link below. You can check that out. That's all for this week. I'll see you guys next week. Bye bye. Thanks for watching.